it's a great benefit IRS offer to real estate investors. So if you don't use it, too bad, because this is a very nice bonus IRS gave to everybody. We should all use it as an investor. My name is Lynn. I live in Austin. You probably saw the news, right? The big, beautiful bill just got passed. And there's one legislature item in there did not get touched, which is the 1031 exchange. So 1031 exchange has been a very controversial item people have been talking over the years. Whether that's going to be taken away from the benefit to investors. Luckily, this is stay. So lots of people asking, what is 1031 exchange? Okay, who can use it? How to do 1031 exchange? What are the benefits? What are the drawback or trap investor easily fall into? So today I'm going to give you some high-level, very high-level introduction or overview of 1031 exchange.
What is 1031 exchange?
1031 exchange actually use a layman language. It is you will sell one property, okay? Let's say any type of investment property. You will sell it at a certain given time. You will exchange to another different investment property. That's called exchange. 1031 is a tax code in the IRS, one of the tax code. That's why they use the code name as the name for 1031 exchange in general.
Rules to follow.
There's 4 different rule or criteria you have to consider when you do 1031 exchange. First is it has to be investment property like kind. So you have to sell investment property, exchange to investment property. So you cannot say I sell my owner-occupied property or I buy owner-occupied property, right? It has to be investment to investment or like kind exchange. Second, there's a timeline association. And you will have to do that in certain timeline. Let's say 45 days, you have to identify replacement property. Within 180 days, you have to close the transaction. So if the time fall out of the window, you will get DQ, disqualified for your exchange. And third criteria is you cannot let your friends hold your money. You cannot put the money in your bank account after you sold the property. You will have to have a third party we call escrow to hold your 1031 exchange proceeds before you deploy it to another closing. Fourth, you have to consider the value. So let's say you can exchange to equivalent dollar amount, okay, 1-to-1, that's fine. Or you can purchase a replacement property with a higher value. You just need to bring extra money to close or get financing. But in case that you will exchange to something smaller dollar amount, then you will have the capital gain delta. You're going to have to pay capital gain now. So just remember those. So we talk about what is 1031 exchange. It's a great benefit IRS offer to real estate investors. So if you don't use it, too bad, because this is a very nice bonus IRS gave to everybody. We should all use it as an investor. We also talk about the 4 important things you need to remember how to operate it. Now, let's talk about in what type of situation, what scenario people use 1031.
When to use 1031 exchange.
For example, I've seen lots of people selling investment property because the property is simply getting too old, right? They say, hey, we manage that, but this asset's great, or this asset's not so great. Well, at least if you don't make money, don't 1031 exchange. You don't need to. There's nothing to exchange, right? But I'm assuming you made money on this investment. You can sell it, replace it with from residential to commercial, or when you have an owner-occupied property, the house you're living in, you rented it for a few years, you have the capital gain, then you can exchange to some other investment property. I've seen that a lot. And also see people do is when you have a partnership. Let's say 3 of us form a joint partnership. We own the commercial property or residential property. By the time we will sell it, We can also do 1031 exchange to like-kind property. I also seen other way around. Instead of break it up by multiple, I seen people sell, myself included, we will sell a group of residential property. We'll aggregate the proceeds to buy a commercial or higher dollar amount exchange property. So in general, that's the basic. I'm going to give you an example.
1031 exchange case study.
Because my team asked me, Helen, can you give me an example? So I said, okay, let's do this. Back in 2022, I sold 4 of my residential property because the market was simply too hot. Literally put a house on the market, multiple offer, sold them. So the property, I bought 4 of the residential property from year 2005 to 2009. So you see why every 2 years or 1 year, because that's all the money I have. So total we put some leverage. So I spent $86,000 to buy the full property, rest of it use mortgage. And over the time we sold them in year 2022, price between $350,000 to $380,000. We sold at a great time, and I aggregated about $1.15 million. So with the exchange strategy, about a $6 million commercial property. The return we're looking is over 1,000% ROI and about 13 times the return, over 22% IRRs a year. So very impressive returns. So it is because of the 1031 exchange strategy, because the market, and also, this is a simple investment strategy. I was able to achieve making over $1 million or $86,000 investment. So this can happen. So anyone, this is a simple strategy. We've been using this for the last 20 years. Happy to talk to you. Happy to go over some details and connect with us. Everyone should have the similar or really exciting opportunity, because look at today's market. We are in the actually in very kind of like quote unquote bottom or distressed market at this point in time. So it presents a lot of opportunity for investors. So hopefully you should get excited, or of course get scared, at the same time get excited. Happy to help you. Okay, happy investing.